The entire village froze when the king pointed at her. Not the princess, not the chief's daughter, not even the richest merchant's child, but her, the poor girl, barefoot, standing in the dust of the marketplace. And when the king said, "You will be my queen," she looked him straight in the eye and said something no one had ever said to the king before. "I refuse." In the ancient kingdom of Obidike, power was everything. King Adewale was feared across the land, a ruler whose words was law, whose anger was death. For years he refused to marry. Princesses from powerful kingdoms came and went. Rich families begged for alliance, but the king rejected them all. Until one day, during the annual market festival, he rode through the crowded streets and saw her, a young girl named Amara. She was different. No jewelry, no expensive rubber, no fear. While others bowed their heads, she stood still watching him. That moment changed everything. The king stopped his horse, pointed at her. "You, step forward." The crowd parted like the sea. Amara walked slowly, her heart pounding, but her face calm. "I have chosen you," the king declared. "You will become my queen." Doubts filled the air, but then Amara spoke. Quiet, firm, dangerous. "I cannot marry you." The world stopped. No one breathed. The king's face darkened. "Do you know who I am?" He growled. Amara didn't bow. "I know exactly who you are," she said. That day she should have died, but instead the king smiled. For the first time in his life, someone had said no to him, and he liked it. "You have courage," he said slowly, "and I do not take no for an answer." Days later, soldiers arrived at her small hut. She was taken to the palace, not as a prisoner, but as a bride. The wedding shook the kingdom. People whispered, "Who is she? Why her? What is she hiding?" But Amara remained calm, too calm, but didn't smile, didn't celebrate, didn't act like a queen. At night, she walked alone, barefoot, through the silent palace halls, watching, listening, waiting. Weeks passed, then strange things began to happen. A palace guard disappeared, then another. The king's trusted advisor was found dead. No wounds, just fear frozen on his face. Rumors spread. The new queen is not ordinary. The spirits follow her. The king has made a mistake. Even the king began to feel it. Something was off. One night, unable to sleep, the king followed her silently through dark corridors into the forest behind the palace. There, under the moonlight, he saw her, standing before an old shrine, and then she spoke. "Father, the time has come." The king froze. His heart stopped. "I am not inside his palace," she continued, "and soon he will pay for what he did to you." The king stepped forward. "What are you talking about?" Amara turned slowly. No fear, only fire in her eyes. "My name is not just Amara," she said. "I am the daughter of the man you killed 10 years ago." The king staggered back. Memories flooded his mind. A village burned, a man executed, a family destroyed. "You survived?" he whispered. Amara's voice broke, but only slightly. "I watched you kill my father." Silence. Heavy. Painful. "I came here for one reason," he said. "Revenge." The king reached for his sword, but stopped, because for the first time in his life, he felt something unfamiliar. Guilt. "I didn't know," he whispered. "You didn't care." Amara snapped. The next morning, the entire kingdom was summoned. The king stood before his people and did the unthinkable. He confessed everything. The crimes, the injustice, the bloodshed. The crowd erupted. The king removed his crown, placed it on the ground, and stepped away. Days later, a new ruler was chosen, not by force, not by fear, but by the people, and they chose Amara, the poor girl from the marketplace, the girl who refused the king, the girl who brought down a kingdom without lifting a sword. Sometimes the most powerful person in the room is the one who dares to say no.